Binge or Purge? Binge or Purge? Binge or Purge?
Hello and welcome to Binge or Purge streaming reviews. I am your host, Dimo. My co-host is Joe Taylor. This is episode 27.
We're going to be coming out with a new episode
Wednesdays.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. That's our new thing. Look for us Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Right, let's just go. Let's
Just
do
go,
it.
man.
Okay.
What do you got?
I have a Netflix original movie called In the Shadow of the Moon, and it stars Boyd Holbrook, Cleopatra Coleman, Bokeem Woodbine, and Michael C. Hall.
Now, I recognize Michael C. Hall. I've watched this, by the way,
Oh, good.
so I can talk about it with you. Michael C. Hall was great. The new faces were really great, I thought.
The new faces? What's the new faces?
The fresh faces. The people... Like,
People I didn't recognize, you mean? The
Yeah.
no names.
Yeah.
Well, the Boyd guy there, Holbrook, he's on Narcos.
Okay.
He was in Logan, and he was in The Predator. Because I know everyone loves The Predator, and everyone saw that, right?
Sure.
Sure, yeah. Anyway, I like him. He's got a good look. Seems like a good actor.
Bokeem Woodbine is not a no-name actor. He's been working forever and was great in season 2 of Fargo on FX.
It was a great cast, but I'll let you take it from here. It's your show.
Well, no, I'm almost interested in what you have to think before I go, because I'm kind of like, I just saw it 2 hours ago and I'm still like processing it. And I know that I've read online that a lot of people did not care for this at all, but I have to say I enjoyed it. I did like it. I thought it was an interesting, kept my attention sci-fi thriller.
Yeah.
That moved along pretty well, and I was never bored. I thought some of the dialogue was a little hokey, especially at the beginning. I thought it was like sticking to like tropes we've seen before.
This is your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
No, it's my
Right,
jurisdiction.
and the buddy cop thing, it's like, I retire in 3 weeks, that type of,
Oh, yeah.
So there were
That's
elements.
inescapable, though, it seems like.
It is. But it doesn't stick to that. It manages to go in a new direction. And it is a little predictable to a certain extent. Like, well, I don't want to give anything away. Because
Okay.
if we get into real heavy plot, we're going to give too much away. I'll just say this. It's a pseudo sci-fi thriller,
Crime thriller.
with like a little time travel twist.
Yeah, and it's not, if people are thinking like, oh, I don't like Star Wars. That was my impression of you, or the opposite of you. But it's not like sci-fi. I
No.
mean, there's just some
There's
stuff in it.
sci-fi elements,
Yeah.
but there's no spaceships. There's no,
No.
laser guns. There's nothing like that. And it's set in present time, but
Yeah,
it jumps around every 9 years.
yeah.
Like it starts in 1988, then it jumps to 1996, 2005, and from there. And that's like the premise of it, is you get this story told in these increments of every 9 years.
Yeah, and it's set in Philadelphia. Now, I liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I was with it up until the very end. I got to be honest with you, the message of this thing bothered me a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I liked it because like it made me think about things I'd like to do right now if I could travel in time.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Yeah,
I would do similar stuff.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying with how it ends, but I thought it was a rather tight script. No, I mean I think
I just thought there is some danger in, hey, if we could go back in time, we need to kill the parents of this future group. And whatever the group is, it worries me a little bit.
yeah.
And of course, if it was some groups, this would never be allowed. But if it's others, perfectly okay.
So you don't like the movie's political agenda?
No, I thought if it went the other way, it would have been, I mean, they would have burned Netflix to the ground on Sunset. People would have rioted. If this was, let's go back in time and kill the future parents of some other community, this
Right.
wouldn't be allowed. It's set in Philadelphia, which isn't exactly the Midwest, but it's got kind of that, what's that movie that's never going to see the light of day now after all the shootings?
The Hunt.
Yeah, it had some of that to it, and I don't like that.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I don't care.
No, but it's still a fun movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a binge. It was a good movie. It's enjoyable. It's not going to make you overthink. It's not too convoluted, and it could get too convoluted.
Yeah, that could have really gotten confusing, and they did a good job. I mean, it reminded me almost a little bit. There's probably no way that you or anyone else remembers this computer video game called Under a Killing Moon, which is what I keep calling this on accident. But it's
Never
like
heard of it.
It came on 4 CD-ROM discs.
Oh, back in the day.
And it was like a private investigator type of thing. This felt very like crime thriller to me, even with all the sci-fi stuff.
It is a crime thriller. It's a a detective movie.
It was fun. I'll back you up on Binge.
All right.
I think it's a dangerous message for some reasons towards the end, but
I guess I don't care.
okay.
I don't care.
Fair
So
enough.
that's Netflix original movie In the Shadow of the Moon, Binge.
We have no social consciousness on this show, folks.
No, the less social consciousness, the better. We're just here to review things, not
That's
to
true.
get political, folks.
That's true. Was it a good movie or not? It was good. Fine. All right, moving on. Now, I've got something, it's not political, but it is based in reality. And now you and I have been to Fresno half a dozen times for quote-unquote comedy shows.
Fresno too many times. One time to Fresno is too many.
Yeah.
I've probably been there 10 times. And and I'm not here to knock Fresno. Are we really going to go down this road? Fresno sucks, okay?
You know, it's an interesting place. I'll leave it at that. I like going up there. I like the Central Valley to drive through on the way up to Washington or something. But let me tell you what I'm talking about first. Season 3 of Goliath, Amazon original series. Billy Bob Thornton.
Yep.
He won an Emmy for season 1.
He won a Golden Globe.
Golden Globe. Thank you. He's amazing. I loved the first season of Goliath. Came out maybe 3 years ago. They're not quite putting these out every year. It's like every year and a half. Season 2 sucked. It really took a turn. Season 1 was like a John Grisham novel come to life. It was very cool. Season 2 was just weird. Season 3, it starts to get a little bit more normal. I'm honestly not sure. I wasn't sure when we started this conversation what I was going to say, Binge or Purge. It's good. If you loved season 1, then watch season 3.
Can I skip 2?
Yeah.
I don't need it for the narrative.
Nope. Totally unrelated. So here's the premise of season 3, though, which I thought was really cool. The Central Valley. Now, why I brought up the fact that we've driven there so many times. You drive by all these signs, and they're like, "Oh, the politicians want to turn this into a dust bowl." And there's all these weird, like, signs about the water being politicized. Do you remember seeing all that stuff?
Yeah, sure.
So apparently, like, the control of the water supply in the Central Valley is something that's been going on forever. And even in LA, like, that's what the movie Chinatown.
I was going to say, it sounds like Chinatown
Yeah,
to me.
exactly. So the Central Valley has the same thing. That's what this is about. So it's very grounded in reality. And for that reason, I thought it was really interesting. It's a lot of, I mean, he's a lawyer, so there's a lot of like investigation and private eye type of stuff. It's only 8 episodes. They're about an hour. I'd say binge. It's cool. Great acting all around.
But I should watch season 1 first just to really get into it.
Season 1 is by far the best. And they shoot it down at the Ocean Lodge on Lincoln, or on Ocean, across from like the Lobster and the entrance to the Santa Monica Pier.
Okay.
Anyway, they shoot it at the Ocean Lodge and Shay J, which is in the parking lot.
Oh, I know Shay J.
They don't change anything. They just shoot it as is, which is kind of cool. They don't change the signs or anything. So,
But they're pretending to be in the Central Valley? Or no? Shay
No.
J, they're acknowledging they're in Santa Monica and then they go to the Central Valley?
yeah, season
Okay.
1 is all in LA.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm
And
confused.
season 2 is all in LA. Season 2 stars Mark Duplass, who, you know, I worship at the altar of Duplass.
Yeah.
But it also had some like body horror stuff that was just, it didn't belong and it was horrifying.
Okay.
Season 3 doesn't get any like gore. It's not weird, but it's still not as good as season 1. So
Billy Bob consistently good though throughout.
oh, he's so incredible. I mean, everybody in it is good. There's not a bad actor in the show. Everyone is so good. William Hurt is in it, which I could kind of do without. He's got sort of some like Party City Freddy Krueger makeup on. You know, the one over on Ventura, and
Yeah, I know Party City, but what's the Freddy Krueger Party City makeup?
like he got like his face is all like he got blowtorch in the face or something. He's all kind of mangled
But
skin.
it's a bad makeup job.
Yeah, and it's bad, and they never really explain it.
All right.
I could have done without that. He plays a big part in season 1. Season 3, it's just like a cameo. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll say Binge. Binge season 1 for sure. Season 2, I'd say Purge. Season 3, light binge.
Cool. Goliath on Amazon Prime. All right. I have 2 stand-up specials that just came out recently, and I'm picking them because they seem to be at the complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Now, I liked both of them for completely different reasons. They are Nikki Glaser's Bangin on Netflix and Gary Gulman's The Great Depresh on HBO. Have you seen any of them?
I watched the first 3 minutes of Nikki Glaser because I knew you were going to talk about it. I didn't really get into it. I felt like I kind of got it.
Well, that's the thing. You know where you're going with Nikki Glaser in the first minute because her opening bit is about oral sex.
Now, when you say oral sex, you mean
Female to male.
okay? So the female, what's the female doing?
She's giving.
Okay.
The male would be receiving. I just wanted to talk normally, but we're trying to keep this clean.
Yeah.
She's talking about a BJ.
And now tell the folks at home what a
shut
BJ.
up. What is a BJ? Well, that's her opening. Like the first time you heard what a BJ was, you're like, what?
Yeah.
That
I
sets
saw
the
that part.
tone for her entire special, and it's filthy. I feel like she's almost being raunchy for just to push the envelope for herself.
Some producer told her to be that way, I'm sure.
But even the set, to me, looked like a strip club. It's got like this
Yeah, it was weird.
pink, purplish, neon look to it.
It was no comedy club I've ever
It was
been in.
no. But a strip club I've been in for sure.
Yeah.
It just was missing a pole. I thought at one point
Yeah.
a pole was going to pop out and she was going to start doing jokes while she spun around it.
It was missing the pole and all the naked guys or whatever the place. What's the place you go to?
All right.
All right. You've done stuff with her before at the Comedy Store. Mm-hmm. She's, I think, a really cool. I mean, I've only met her like twice.
She's a cool girl.
Her work on the Comedy Central roast is incredible. She is a great joke writer.
Now, here's the thing. 2 roasts ago, she was testing out her stuff and she brought her 3 writers with her. So she's not necessarily writing all of her jokes. She's got a team with her.
Well, that's not great.
My buddy was watching the Alec Baldwin roast. He goes, "Oh, that Nikki Glaser's great." I go, "Yeah, but she has a team of writers." He's like, "What?" And he
That's too
was
bad.
so discouraged from it. I'm like, a lot of these people have the writers. I'm not saying she isn't writing some of the jokes, but she definitely has a team because, like I said, I was at the Belly Room and she came in to, practice her stuff like 2 nights before it was going to be taped, and she had her guys with there. And they had pads out, like marking down what was working and what wasn't working. I watched them do it. But whatever. The point is, if you're up for it, it's really hilarious, but no going in, it's filthy. I mean, it's all about oral sex. I mean, it's just a sex show. I can't even remember what bits aren't about sex.
See, I don't like that.
I just know I laughed.
Are there good jokes? I mean, is there stuff that, I always judge it this way, which is maybe not the right way to look at things, but I always judge it like, could this comedian write something on a card, hand it to an audience member, they read it, and people laugh?
Yeah. I mean, I think she's a good joke writer.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll finish it then. I do like her. I think she's cool.
I started watching it with my girlfriend, and she was like, nope. She was like completely turned off by the first 3 minutes.
This is another time that I'm going to agree with your girlfriend.
Once again, here we
She
go.
has good taste. Her
Yeah.
and your mother and me need
Yeah.
to hang out. Road trip. All right. What about the Gulman thing?
Now, the Gary Gulman special, like I said, complete opposite. It's called The Great Depresh. It's on HBO. It's his set incorporated with a little documentary of his life right now because he just went through a massive depression back in 2017, and this special covers that. So interspersed between the stand-up is this documentary, and it was a little jarring the first time they did it because I'm like, what is going on? And like they go to visit where he grew up, talks to his mom. They look at pictures of him growing up. Then they go to the Comedy Cellar. They go to his apartment. You meet his wife. You really get a look at his real intimate personal life and how depression has really shaped who he is. And that's the focus of it.
So a depressed comedian, we're really ahead of the times here.
It's his story, man.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, he's a comedian who's very depressed. Like Brody Stevens had the Enjoy It show 8 years ago. This has been done.
Gary's done a whole bunch of other specials, right? If you want to check out some great ones, my favorite one is In This Economy, and the other one is It's About Time. I think he's hilarious. He's a fantastic joke writer. Everyone knows the Conan bit about the state abbreviations. You've seen that.
I don't know if I have.
What?
I don't know if I've seen it. Can you bring me up to speed?
He talks about this documentary that he saw, which he didn't. It's a fake documentary, but it's about how they established the initials used for state abbreviations.
Okay.
And how
like CA for California, et
right?
cetera.
And they CA California. This is going to be easy. When you want to go to lunch, and then they get they go down the list, and it becomes harder and harder because there's like repetition.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
He did it on Conan O'Brien.
Okay, I didn't see it, but that's funny.
You've got to watch it. And,
I will.
and he said he was on Conan. He said that's my most downloaded thing is my state abbreviations. So here's the deal. Watch that. If you like it, then I suggest you like his kind of humor. Check out The Great Depresh. But no, going in, this is very dark, personal stuff he's talking about. But he's got one bit that was so relatable to me that I almost cried from laughing. He does a bit about 60 Minutes and how it represented being depressed as a child on Sunday nights and that ticking of the clock and how it meant like, did I get my homework done? And oh God, I got to go back to school tomorrow. And nothing rang more true than that bit for me. It was like so on the money. I felt like I'm like, yeah, man, I'm right there with you. Sunday nights at 7, 60 Minutes is on, and I want to blow my brains out.
I don't feel like you're doing the bit justice, but
I'm not doing the bit justice. Watch the special.
Okay, you know what? I will, because I think he's funny. He seems like he's been around forever. He's the kind of guy that you're going to see on a cruise ship or at the Tropicana or something. He's going to kill every time.
Yeah. But what's interesting is, I've seen him over the years. I've seen him in person. I've watched his specials and not knowing like at some point he's going to go through such a dark time in his life very recently that he has to have electroshock therapy.
Oh, wow.
And he gets into that.
Okay, that's pretty advanced depression.
Yeah, he's taking it to a next level of comedy. It almost in a way, and not in a good way, but at the very end, he ends it, which is almost like a TED Talk. Like he abandons the comedy. It's got a little bit of the Nanette feel to it. But it's only about 2 minutes, as opposed to Nanette, where it's like the last 45 minutes of the special are just a rant. Did you see Nanette?
I'm remaining quiet.
Okay, yeah, I know. Okay.
Nanette is a Netflix stand-up special from 2018 by Australian comedian Hannah Gadsby.
Nikki Glaser, Bangin, Gary Gulman, The Great Depresh, both worth checking out, both for completely different reasons. One is just filthy, raunchy, go for the jugular, I'm going to gross you out. And the other one is introspective, dark, personal sadness.
So you would say binge the Gulman special?
Yeah, I would say binge them both.
Binge them both?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
When we review these, everyone has a different opinion on what's funny or isn't, right? So someone can say, like, oh my God, Nikki Glaser was terrible. I'm just saying I laughed at both of them, so I have to binge them. Okay? If I didn't laugh, I would say forget it. But both of them made me laugh.
All right. Now, one quick footnote. We were talking about a movie that I just saw this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Gulman makes a cameo in that.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Gulman, this is his time right now.
Yeah.
You're talking about Joker.
Yeah, he plays like the warm-up guy for the talk show or something.
No, he plays a comedian at the club where the Joker does an open mic.
Well, good for him. He seems like a nice guy, and he's funny from what I know. The last thing, I watched a series. You're going to be so proud of me.
I highly doubt that.
It was not in English.
Oh, I am proud.
I watched a series that was made in Russia, and I think you could watch it with the subtitles or you could watch it overdubbed. I watched it overdubbed.
I thought you said I'd be proud of you and you read subtitles for once. So you're telling me you watched the overdubbed version of something.
Yeah. Now, again, this is in Russian, and interesting fact, when you overdub English on top of people speaking Russian, it's not that different. It really didn't throw me off that much.
It's not like a kung fu movie.
No, it's not like a kung fu movie. It was very much like, I mean, it took me out of it sometimes, but I'd say like 80% of the time it didn't really even register. So it was good. Anyway, this is a Netflix original series called Better Than Us. And it's about AI. You know what AI is, right?
Yes, artificial intelligence.
No. Yes, you're right. Sorry. Just messing with me. So
You are incorrect. The correct spelling of AI is AI.
Now, there's a new season coming of this. There's a season 2 coming. It's not out yet. I watched season 1. This is about a female AI bot. It's very much like...
Time out.
Yeah,
Time out.
okay.
This is a scripted show?
Yes.
Oh, I thought this was a doc for a second.
No.
Okay.
It's like a TV version of Ex Machina is the short review of this thing.
Perfect. Thank you.
The AI bot kind of goes offline and starts doing things on her own volition.
Novel concept.
Yeah,
AI run amok.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But it was really well done, and it was kind of like that movie Her, or something else we just reviewed not too long ago, where it's set like 16 years in the future, which is a very scary time to like set a sci-fi, because it's not that different than the life we're living right now. It's not like a spaceship movie. It's like, this is where we might be in 16 years, you know?
I don't know where we're going to be in 2 weeks, man. You know?
I don't know either. Actually, I'll be in Texas, but we'll hang out when I get back. This thing stars Paulina Andreeva. She plays Arisa, who is the runaway robot.
Arisa. That's the name?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to get into it. Arisa, she's my robot. I'm with you.
And by the way, all of the robots in this thing are like...
Hot.
Yeah, because they're kind of like sex robots.
We can say they're sex robots.
Yeah, so they're super, super hot.
Aren't all these robots basically going to be able to, like, paint your house, get your groceries, and you can have sex with them? Isn't like they're also sex robots going to be like their default setting? Like, is anybody going to make a robot you can't have sex with?
Well, technically, you could have sex with any robot you want.
I don't know what my point is. Sorry.
Something about Teddy Ruxpin. I don't remember. All right. Look, so Kirill Caro. Good luck, Jess. Trying to correct me on that.
I'm not even... Jess, you don't have to do that one.
Thanks, because I can't.
Why are you trying to tell us Russian names that we're not even going to recognize? Like, you're not going to tell me, oh, I loved her in that. We've never heard of these people.
Well, one of them I think you have. I'm trying to sort out from where. Anyway, bottom line, look, this thing was done really well. It's very engaging. For me to watch it and have to like sync up the audio and the lips not quite matching, or if you want to watch it with subtitles, it was good, man. And it was a really good like picture of what AI could look like in 15 to 20 years. I would say if you like that type of stuff, binge Better Than Us, Netflix original series from Russia, brought to the United States.
Now, you're saying it's got 1 season in the bag and season 2 is coming.
Correct.
And how many episodes?
8 each, about an hour long.
All right.
You would like it a lot. I know you love robots and stuff. And,
I do enjoy robots.
Yeah. Well, these are hot robots that are need to be tracked down and caught.
Cool. Now, does it play into like Russian society?
No, it's
just set in Russia.
Good question. It could have been set anywhere.
Okay.
It's very generic. There's no political stuff. It's just people that have robots and one of them goes bad and.
All right. It doesn't have a political statement.
No.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah. So Better Than Us. I was actually excited to tell you about this, and I let a little bit of it slip on our thing with Emily on Off Planet Radio, which you can hear about a week after this comes out.
Yes.
Probably. And we'll talk more about that later. But I had to mention it because it's really up your alley, definitely up her alley too. So
right on. All right, Joe. Recap. Let's get out of here. What did we do? What did we do this week?
Oh gosh. Let's see. Episode 27. Dimo talked about Netflix original movie In the Shadow of the Moon. You said binge.
I did.
I've seen the movie. Okay, fine. Binge. Joe talked about Goliath Season 3, Amazon original series, one of their most popular ones.
You said Binge
said-
Season 1,
Definitely Binge Season 1.
Purge 2, and Binge 3, if you really dig in Season 1.
Yeah, it's very much a John Grisham novel come to life, and Season 1 is the best example of it. Now, you had 2 comedy specials.
Yes, Nikki Glaser's Bangin on Netflix and Gary Gulman's The Great Depresh on HBO. I said binges for both because they both made me laugh for completely different reasons.
Okay. And it sounds like the Gulman thing had some substance to it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's a good look at someone going through depression.
Yeah. I have a
Coming
mirror.
out the other side
I already
of
have
depression.
a mirror, but I'll check that out. Okay. And finally, Better Than Us. Joe talked about Netflix original series from Russia, overdubbed in English. And I said
But
binge.
I can watch it with subtitles if I want in the original Russian.
Sure.
Okay. That's how I'm going to do it, Joe.
Okay, that's fine. You know something interesting? You know how there's a space station out there, supposedly, right?
The International Space Station.
Yeah. You know that we haven't launched a spacecraft in like 12 years or something from the U.S. So how do the U.S. NASA astronauts get to the space station?
They go to Russia.
Yeah. Isn't that
Yeah.
interesting?
I knew that.
Oh,
You
well-
didn't know this?
Well, I found out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, no humans leave for space from the United States anymore, which is a shame, but that's the deal. If you want to go to the space station, you get shot up in Russia.
The last time an American was launched into space from the United States was in July of 2011.
Can we go home?
Please.
All right.
Where can they find us, Joe? We forgot that last time, and I know, wow, countless people were just, oh my God, how do I get a hold of these guys?
Yeah. Dimo's cell phone number is 310. No, I don't remember what it is.
No, I don't remember what it is.
You can email us at bingeorpurgepodcast@gmail.com, Instagram at bingeorpurgepodcast, Twitter at bingeorpurge, Facebook /bingeorpurge. You can listen to us on Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, Listen Note, a whole bunch of other places, repost.
Don't
podcasts.
forget, we're on YouTube now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're on YouTube now. So
Binge or Purge Podcast. I don't just go into YouTube, search Binge or Purge Podcast. It'll come up. That and a lot of, anorexia and bulimia videos.
Yeah.
But you'll find us, Binge or Purge Podcast.
that we've also posted.
Yes.
We have day jobs, people. Now, please post like a comment or like or subscribe or do something. Tell a friend. We would really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And as always, we want to thank Jess the Facts. You can follow Jess on Instagram and Twitter at the Jessica Greer. Thank you, Joe. My name is Dimo. This has been Binge or Purge Streaming Reviews. Thanks for listening. See you next time.